Travis Kelce says he and Taylor Swift never once argued. Here's what a relationship expert says about that. Couples therapist Dr. Argie Allen-Wilson says that while people might try to avoid conflict, fair fighting should be the gold standard. Is it healthy to never fight with your romantic partner? Travis Kelce sparked this conversation with his recent revelation that he and fiancée Taylor Swift haven't gotten into an argument. Never once in the entirety of their 2.5-year-long relationship. The Chiefs tight end opened up about his dynamic with the pop superstar during a December 3 episode of his podcast, New Heights, while interviewing George Clooney. When asking Clooney about his past claim that he and his wife, Emma Clooney, have never gotten into an argument in their 10 years together, Kelce had the script flipped on him by the Oscar winner. "No, I'm not lying," Clooney insisted. "Travis, shall we ask you the same questions?" Kelce laughed at the reference to his fiancée Swift, claiming, "Well, if it's only been 2.5 years, and you're right. I haven't gotten into an argument. Never once." Clooney added that he and Emma don't see the point in fighting, as there are no winners. "I've met this incredible woman that is. She's beautiful and smart, and she stands for all the most important things that I believe in the world. And I can't believe how lucky I am. So what am I going to fight about?" Still, according to relationship therapist Dr. Argie Allen-Wilson, former director of clinical training at Drexel University's Couple and Family Therapy Department, arguments can be handled in a healthy manner and help keep a connection strong. People don't like conflict, and so they think, okay, if we're not fighting, then this means we have a great relationship. But that's not necessarily so, says RG founder and CEO of the private practice Faith Incorporated, Family and Individual Therapeutic Healing. The extent to a healthy relationship is not how well we do when things are great, but how well we do when things are not so great. Can you navigate the terrain when you disagree or when things are uncomfortable or when there's conflict? She says, not fighting is not necessarily the gold standard. It's actually fair fighting that is a better gold standard. While the idea of fighting does look different for each couple. For some people, fighting means yelling and screaming and cursing. For other people, fighting can be very passive-aggressive. Argie explains that ultimately, every couple does need to fight to learn how they can resolve conflict. How else do you know how to traverse difficulty in a relationship if you never are tested, or you're never testing yourself or the relationship? Argie, author of Courageous Conversations Connect, a pathway to reset your mindset with intentional thoughts from the inside out, explains, a year from now, life can turn on a dime. And I have seen couples who didn't survive because they didn't have the skills and the foundation to navigate difficult things. In a relationship, if one or both partners are avoiding rocking the boat or bringing up something because they think that that's going to create more and more conflict or more distance, then that dynamic doesn't bode well for the overall health and well-being of the relationship, Argie says. Couples need to have fair disagreements, she continues. I have very rarely seen a couple in all my years of practice where two people never disagree. It's virtually impossible, given the different backgrounds and experiences that each person brings to the relationship. I would say that they're not being honest with themselves or each other. Never miss a story. Sign up for People's free daily newsletter to stay up to date on the best of what People has to offer, from celebrity news to compelling human interest stories. While it might seem appealing to model your own relationship after couples who say they never argue, Argie says, I think that there is something to be said for fair fighting. If we allow ourselves to create a safe enough space, where we've built enough trust and equity in the relationship, then we can be vulnerable, which means that we're able to repair those fractures in the relationship and move forward in a healthy way, she says. But no fighting at all? I would say as someone who's been in the field of mental health and relationships for almost 30 years, that's not necessarily a good thing.